This is a video about a combined stopwatch and sector or box search capacity. So this stopwatch that's been made is a one-button stopwatch. So it can show cumulative or leg time. Press one button and it resets. So you don't have to go through a stop start, you don't have to worry about split times. One button and it resets. Now you can see there's two actual screen displays. There's a cumulative and there's a leg time, because I might want to have a leg time, so I've reset my leg time to 0 there, so it's counting up, whereas I've still got a cumulative time, so I can reset that every 10 seconds or 20 seconds, whatever I'm doing, and I still have a cumulative time that I can have a look at. If you're only working with one time, then just a single press and reset both of them at the same time. You effectively just got two versions of the same timing. So this one is much easier because you don't have to go through multiple versions. If you hold it, it'll stay on 0 until you let go, and then it just starts counting. So it's designed to simplify what can be a problem for some people who are working with their stopwatches when they're doing searches. I also, a couple of years ago, had discovered that I could make a box sector search program. So I'm just going to turn this off. This is a prototype, so it's recycled an old case that I've got here. It's actually a case from a GPS tracker that I pulled apart. Here we go. And so this is 2G, so it can't be used anymore. So I pulled the internals out of that, cut a little screen hole and made this. So what I've got now, when we switch it on, we get a selection. We can choose the stopwatch program, or we can choose the search program. So I'm going to press this button over here and go into the search one. And it's asking me, well, what kind of time would I like for my leg? So I needed an extra button, so I had to bolt this on the side. So I'm just going to press this to go through, and I'm going to make it fairly short because I want to keep my timing's fairly short for this. So I'm going to have a 20-second leg time. Press my button again and I move on. And what would I like as my heading? So I can move through, oh, that's gone down the other way. Let's go this one here. I can move through in increments of 5. I'm going to go back to 0 for a 0, 0, 0 start. So we're going to have an initial heading of 0, 0, 0. And now I'm going to move on, and it now asks me, do I want to do a box search or a sector search? Well, we set at number 1 a box search at the moment, so we'll stick with that. Press my button, and sorry about the flashing screen. Check my parameters. I've got a box search. I've got 20 seconds. My initial heading is 0, 0, 0. We're ready to begin. And away we go. So we've got a display showing me the heading that I'm going to be working on. I've got a next leg bearing that I'm going to be turning to. I can see it counting down the seconds. I can see that it's 420 seconds, and I'm on leg 1. Now when I get to the end of the leg, it will go to a splash screen. There we go. And now it's asking me to press the button again to restart the leg. So my next leg is going to be 90, so we'll press that again. So I'm on 90 and my next leg is going to be 180. And I'm on leg 2 and I'm still doing 20 seconds. Now I can actually skip ahead to be able to speed this up, but I'm just going to let it run for a moment. So as soon as we get there, we press the button again and it started my next leg. I can see my next leg bearing is going to be 270, and you can see it started counting from 40 seconds now because it knows that the leg length has increased. So if I want to skip ahead, sorry, wrong button, this one here, it skips me to the end of that leg and I can keep going. So we're still on a 40-second leg. I'm going to skip ahead again, and here we go. And now we're on a 60-second leg and we're back to going 0, 0, 0. So the idea with this is that it does a lot of the calculations for us in terms of adjusting our length. The reason I have the skip button is that if you're doing a sector search and you're going back through the datum, you're probably going to want to adjust. You may get to the datum slightly early, so you want to skip to be able to start the new leg. Or for that matter, if you've got there too late, then you're just going to be in the splash screen and you're going to wait till you reset it. So that was the box search. We'll turn it off, turn it back on again, and we want to do the sector search. So we're going to we'll leave the leg time. No, we better increase the leg time because it's a sector search. So we'll go make it a bit longer, make it 10 seconds, very fast sector. And we'll stay with the 000 again. We want it to be a box search, sorry, a sector search. So we're going to switch to 2, press my button, and now we've got a sector search, 10 seconds, very short, 000. Get it underway, and you can see that my next leg bearing is now going to be 120 because it's a sector search. I'm on a sector, it's counting down, and we do our turn. And now we can see the next one's going to be 240, counting down again. There we are. We'll press the button again. Now I actually have a buzzer that will go off when you're doing this, but I didn't have room to fit this in the box. You see 240, and we're going to go through the datum, so it's going to be 240 again. And we reset as we've gone past the datum. And we can see that we're continuing on that 240, but the next leg bearing is going to be 000 for my leg 4. Carry on there. Now with this, it is possible as you're getting close to just hold your finger on the button. So when I get to 1 here, I'm going to hold my finger on the button, and it automatically goes through and starts on the next sector. So you don't actually have to go click, click. Or anything. You can just, when you're getting there, be holding your finger on the button, and it's already started and doing its countdown. Okay, so this is a very simple little device. It's made from a few simple components. I have another version I was playing with over here, and this one I used a rotary encoder. So to be able to set the sector leg, I thought it might be nice to be able to rotate this round. And then it's running in a very similar sort of way. So I'll just take that up to 20. Press the button. This is just white, so we're going to set our heading and 000, and we're going to do a box search. Press the button again, ready to start, and away it goes. So this has got a slightly larger screen. It's an all-in-one little display unit, and this is the actual little computer module. This is slightly larger than the one that I'm using in the actual prototype here. Prototype 1 is an Arduino Pro Mini. This is an Arduino Nano, which uses a little bit more power. So hence I'm running it off a larger USB. This could be made small, and it could be the power could be reduced a little bit, but the Pro Mini is more efficient in terms of running this, and it's perfectly strong enough to be able to do the whole lot. So one can have a slightly larger screen. I actually prefer the yellow that you get with my little smaller OLED than the white, but yeah, it's really going to be up to preferences. So these can be made quite cheaply, and they perform quite well to either be a stopwatch or to actually run and help you out with calling your searches.